Good morning, Year 3. It's Miss Everingham here, and it's time for your Destination Reader lesson. I am looking forward to reading with you today because I hear from Miss Salib that you have been reading The Minpins by Roald Dahl, and today we're going to find out what happens next in the book. We are up to lesson 6 of 25. Today in your lesson, you're going to need a copy of the Minpins story, a strategy prompt sheet, and a pencil and a piece of paper or your home learning book. Pause the video while you gather these resources and press play when you're ready to continue. Fantastic! So today, you're looking out for 3 different colours. Red words are key important words for you to look out for. Words in blue, that's a question for you to answer. And when you see green words, it's time for you to get writing. So look out for those 3 colours as we complete this lesson. The Minpins by Roald Dahl. Today, we are focusing on a new strategy. Well, it's not new. You were doing it last term, but a new one for this week, and it is inference. Inference means to read between the lines to look for clues. So you're going to be grabbing out your magnifying glass and looking for information in the text that could help you put all of the clues together to answer today's questions. There are some words you need to understand to really understand the book today. The first word, my turn, is direction. Your turn. My turn, direction. Your turn. A direction is the way something moves towards something else. I'm heading in a northerly direction. I'm heading in the direction of the shops. It's the way something or someone moves towards something. My turn, for the second word, my turn, locomotive. Your turn. My turn, locomotive. Your turn. A locomotive is the engine of a train. It often makes a big sound, a rumbling sound as it goes along the tracks. So it's the sound of the engine of a train. Third word, my turn, stench. Your turn. My turn, stench. Your turn. A stench is a strong smell that is not nice to breathe in. If you take off your socks at the end of a long day at work, they might have a really strong stench. Okay, have a look out for those 3 words in today's reading. So I'm going to be asking you 1 mark and 2 mark questions, and you're going to be giving 1 mark and 2 mark answers. Can you remember what they mean? My turn. 1 mark questions need a short, snappy answer. Your turn. Fantastic, and well done to those people who did the actions. Short, snappy answer. So if that's a 1 mark question, what is a 2 mark question? Yes, 2 mark questions need a PE answer. Point and evidence. Your turn. Fantastic. Well done. Okay, it is time to get reading. I'm going to be reading and you're going to follow along, and we will stop at different points and I will ask you questions. So if you need to, pause the video while you find page 12 and then press play when you have your finger or your ruler, if you have one, underneath the first line at the top of page 12. Fantastic. Let's start reading. Now remember, just before yet on Friday, little Billy had glanced over his shoulder, and in the distance he saw a sight that froze his blood and made icicles in his veins. So that's what happened. Let's start reading page 12 to find out what happens next. What he saw were two mighty puffs of orange-red smoke billowing and rolling through the trees in his direction. These were followed by two more whoosh, whoosh, and then two more whoosh, whoosh, and they must surely be coming. Little Billy told himself from the two nose holes of some galloping, panting beast that had smelled him out and was coming after him. His mother's words began thrumming once again in his head. Beware, beware the forest of sin, none come out, but many go in. I have my first question for you. How could Billy hear his mother's words if he was alone in the forest and his mother wasn't around him? How many marks is this question? That's right, it's 1 mark. So you need a short, snappy answer. Say your answer out loud. Make a note of your ideas on your piece of paper or home learning book. Press pause while you do that and press play when you're ready to check your answer. Fantastic, well done. Let's see if you had something similar to me. How could Billy hear his mother's words if he was alone in the forest? Billy remembered the words his mother's had said to him in his head. So he was just remembering the words. She wasn't actually there saying it to him. Fantastic. Okay, we're going to keep reading now. Under about halfway down the page, the sentence that starts with, it's the Spittler for sure. Press pause if you need to find that part and then press play when you're ready to keep reading. Fantastic, let's go. It's the Spittler for sure, little Billy cried out. Mummy said the Spittler blows smoke when it chases you. This one is blowing smoke. It's the terrible, blood-suckling, tooth-pluckling, stone-chuckling Spittler, and soon it will catch me up, and I'll be blood-suckled and tooth-pluckled and stone-chuckled and chewed up into tiny pieces. And then the Spittler will spit me out in a cloud of smoke, and that will be the end of me. Little Billy was running with the speed of an arrow, but each time he glanced back over his shoulder, the puffs of orange-red, smoky breath had gotten closer. I have my second question for you. How was Billy feeling as he glanced back over his shoulder? This is a 2-mark question. So what do we need? Fantastic. Some of you got it. A 2-mark question needs a PE answer. Sorry. A 2-mark question needs a PE answer. That's right. A point and evidence. Now, can you have a listen while I think out loud to answer this question? How was Billy feeling as he glanced over his shoulder? I think Billy was feeling frightened, scared, because he was running with the speed of an arrow. Wow, that's pretty quick. And he was shouting about the beast, chewing him up into tiny pieces. I've had a go. Now you're going to have a go at answering this question. Say your answer out loud, then make a note of your ideas on your piece of paper or home learning book. Press pause while you do that and then press play when you're ready to continue. Fantastic. Now, this is a 2-mark question, so you need to check. Have you started your answer with I think and said how you think Billy's feeling? Have a check now. Fantastic. If you need to pause to spend more time on it, that's fine. Have you also got a because in your answer and added evidence, words from the book to say why you think he was feeling that way? Press pause if you need to check that, or give yourself 2 ticks if you've got both your point and then your evidence from the book. Fantastic work. Let's keep reading. So we are now on the sentence that halfway down the page it says, they were so close now. Press pause while you find that and put your ruler or finger underneath that line, and then press play when you're ready to start reading. Great, let's go. They were so close now, he could feel the wind of them on the back of his neck. This is the puffs of smoke. And the noise, it was deafening, and in his ears, this fearsome, swooshing, whooshing, whiffling, panting noise. Whoomp, whoomp, it went. Whoomp, 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 whoomp. It was like the noise made from a steam locomotive pulling out from the station. Remember, locomotive, that's one of our words. That means engine of a train. Then suddenly he heard another noise that was somehow more fearsome still. It was the pounding of a gigantic galloping... Oh, sorry, I need to go back because I made a mistake. It was the pounding of gigantic galloping hooves on the floor of the forest. He glanced round again, but the thing, the beast, the monster, or whatever it was hidden from sight by the smoke it shot out as it galloped forward. The smoky breath was billowing all around him. He could feel its hotness. Worse still, he could smell its smell. The smell was disgusting. It was the stench that comes from deep inside the tummy of a meat-eating animal. "Mummy!" he cried out. "Save me!" I have another question for you. It says, worse still, it was the stench that comes from deep inside the tummy of a meat-eating animal. My question for you is, why was Billy so afraid of the beast's smell? How many marks is this question? Yes, it's 2 marks, so you need a PE answer with a point and evidence. Say your answer out loud and then make a note of your ideas on your piece of paper or home learning book. Pause the video while you do that and then press play when you're ready to check your answer. Fantastic. Did you have something like me? Did you start your answer with I think? Have you got because in there as well? You need both of those because it's a 2-mark question. Okay, so I think, why was Billy so afraid of the beast's smell? I think Billy was afraid of the beast's smell because it was a meat-eating animal and the beast might want to eat him. So remember, meat-eating animals, humans have meat on them. So a meat-eating animal means that the beast will eat humans. No wonder Billy was so afraid. If you need to pause the video to check over your answer, do that now, or give yourself a big tick if you have said why Billy was afraid and included some evidence in red, like on the screen, in red, from the book, evidence from the book. Fantastic work. So we have actually come to the end of our reading for today. I hope you enjoyed this part of the book. On Tuesday, tomorrow, we will continue reading the Minpins and carry on making inferences. Now on your piece of paper or home learning book, make a prediction about what you think is going to happen next in the story. Remember, a prediction is a guess about what is going to happen in the future or next. Thank you so much for focusing so hard today, Year 3, and I'll see you tomorrow for Destination Reader. Bye!